is going on?
The new recruits. Take a little gentle look down, sir.
Now, wait a minute, Major. This ain't never happened to me before.
You take a bath or you'll drown. Dirt in the wound can cause gangrene. Gangrene means a dead ranger. So start lathering up.
I sure will. Major.
Now the rest of you recruits. Take off those clothes and get in there. I want all of you clean before you put on those ranger uniforms.
Major.
General Amherst?
Colonel Harrison Trent, Major Robert Rogers.
My hand's a bit soapy, Colonel. Sorry.
Major, in the Grenadier Guards, the commanding officer doesn't personally discipline his men. They're thrown into the guard house, and the lashes are laid on by the regimental sergeant major.
To each his own, Colonel.
Colonel, the Rangers patrol this whole Champlain area. North toward the French port of St. John, our next point of attack, and south toward Ticonderoga. They're the eyes and ears of the British Army out here. I wouldn't try to change them for the world. Oh, come in, Rogers.
Sir? Colonel Trent.
Major, our intelligence in Montreal has informed us that General Henri Valgren is on his way to St. John to take command. Now, that can only mean the French know we're getting ready to attack.
General Valgren's one of the most capable men. Could make a difference.
It could indeed. Valgren left Montreal a week ago, which should bring him on the northern end of Lake Champlain about now. I'd like to stop him.
Might be done. Excuse me. Only way he can come is to hug the Vermont shore. Moving down the lake at night till he reaches the French stockade at Bear Creek. Now from there he'll travel overland to St. John. He'd be holed up in the daytime, so finding him on the lake at night would be like looking for a needle in a haystack. Our best chance would be the stockade.
He'll have complete information regarding the French strength at St. John. If we were lucky enough to get him alive, he'd make a valuable prisoner.
Judas Priest, when you look what's coming.
Swap my sword for a bayonet. It's handier for close fighting, Major. Ready to shove off?
You don't understand, Colonel. This is a ranger operation. My men are trained for this. I don't advise your coming with us.
I don't think you understand, Major. Prime Minister Pitt ordered me to Crown Point especially to see if some of your ranger tactics might be incorporated into the regular British Army. General Amherst is well aware of this.
All right. But that red coat will stand out in the forest like a sore thumb. You'll have to get rid of it. I'll get Colonel Trent a ranger uniform on the double.
There's no need for that, Sergeant. Sorry, Major, but the Grenadier Guards always wear their red coat. To each his own, Major.
More than a mile overland to Bear Creek, Major.
Right, Sam?
Major, isn't that the man you were fighting with at Crown Point?
Yeah, name's Sam Beale.
Do you mean to tell me you brought a raw recruit on this raid?
Sam's probably the most indispensable man in this outfit. He used to run a trap line through here. He knows every foot of the country. Now, let's get the canoes under cover. It couldn't have happened to a nicer uniform.
Look at there, Major. Pretty as a picture. From up here, man can see them French coming from any direction.
Yeah, I got my bearings now. That inlet's the mouth of Bear Creek.
Correct. The small beach where they keep their canoes.
And the stockades above that. Probably been some changes since I last scouted it. After dark, we'll take a look around.
There you go, Colonel. Slap it in there and rest easy.
Thank you, Ranger.
Name's Deke, from Catfish Creek.
Thank you, Deke.
Hunk, I want a man atop the rocks to watch out for General Valgren and escort. Have him spelled every 2 hours.
Right, Major. Gillis, get your bones up on them rocks and relieve Sam. Keep a sharp lookout. Let them French slip by and I'll chaw your ears off.
Too bad you didn't get more mud on that coat, Colonel. It'd help.
If my orderly were here, he'd have it spotless and jig-ton.
Cold tea's a sight better than nothing, Colonel. Can't risk building a fire here. Them French that smell smoke, they'd come prowling around.
Hunk, we better be getting...
Isn't it customary in the Rangers for an enlisted man to say sir when addressing an officer?
When my men are out on patrol, there's one thing they always forget to bring along. And that's the manual of the King's rules and regulations. Hunk, we better be getting ready.
Yes, sir.
Tan bark juice. We use it for night scouting. That's not for you, Colonel. We're scouting close to the French stockade.
I'm here to learn Ranger tactics, Major.
And don't forget to stain the back of your hands.
Sergent Broussard, au rapport de patrouille, mon lieutenant.
Aucune nouvelle du général Valgren et de sa patrouille, sergent?
Non. Et aucune patrouille anglaise en vue non plus. Tout était clair aux alentours du lac.
Bon.
Officer's cabin. They're expecting Valgren. We'll circle around to the beach.
You carry your ranger tactics a little far, don't you think?
Self-preservation, Colonel. I couldn't let that sentry find a British hat.
I'm a strong swimmer, Major.
I was going to swim underwater and retrieve my hat myself.
I had no way of knowing that. Sorry.
Colonel, you tangled with a grizzly or something?
Souvenirs of Europe.
British military tactics, Colonel?
Those scars on his back. Can't be much of a runner.
The Grenadier Guards may die in their tracks, but they never run. It's good military strategy for the enemy to know that, Sergeant.
Maybe so, Colonel, but just wait till we grab that general. You'll see some mighty fancy running for them canoes.
Sometimes it's right to stand and fight. Other times to run. In the Rangers, we keep an open mind on such matters, Colonel. And this time, we'll run.
You're wounded. What about them?
Well, if they can't keep up, we'll have to leave them behind.
His Majesty's Grenadier Guards have yet to desert a wounded officer on the field of battle.
In the Rangers, the mission comes first. My men know this. Get yourself some sleep. It'll be dawn in a few hours, and we'll go over the plan of attack. There's a sentry here. There's another at the main gate here. Inside the stockade, this cabin is probably where General Valgren will be staying.
It's about a mile from the stockade gate to where our canoes are hid.
And that's where we're heading as soon as we grab the general. Colonel, you know your assignment?
Sam and myself take our position in the forest opposite the main gate, ready to give you covering fire when you come out with General Valgren.
And when the ruckus starts, we shoot the sentry.
Right. Deke, what's your job?
I go to the beach with you. After you take out the sentry by the canoes, I pile up them canoes and toss in a powder bag. Wait for your signal, and then I fire the canoes and make tracks for Sam and Colonel Trent.
Good. Gillis, you'll go over the wall with Hunk and myself. Any questions?
Not with your strategy, Major, but with my assignment. I should go over the stockade wall with you. I've done considerable raiding in Europe myself.
My party will use knife and hatchet. Unfamiliar weapons to you, Colonel.
Hunk seen something.
Sorry, Colonel. Not in that red coat.
Here they come, Major.
2 canoes. 2 French officers and the rest Canadian scouts. Here we go. We're moving out. Deke, you got those powder bags?
Yes, sir, Major.
Well, hang on to them.
Gardez-vous! Présentez, armes!
Mon général, lieutenant Lefebvre.
Et pour les armes?
Général Valgren. Mon aide de camp, le capitaine Revel.
À gauche, gauche! En avant, marche!
They call them Canadian scouts loops, Colonel. Half French, half Indian, and all rattlesnake.
Time to move out.
Good hunting, Major.
Thanks, Colonel.
Changing the guard.
When Major Rogers comes through with his men and the general, they'll block our field of fire. I'm moving 100 feet to the right to give him better protection.
Major gave us orders to stay put. He don't like his orders changed none.
I'm not asking for advice, Private Beale.
Mon général, il est déjà 6 heures et vous n'avez pas encore dormi. On va vous reposer?
Oui, je sais, lieutenant, mais je dois terminer ce rapport pour que mes loups canadiens le ramènent à Montréal.
Left me a while back. Said he was going to give you some protective fire or something.
There's his red coat, Major. He's in trouble.
Cover me.
The general stopped the bullet.
I'm gut shot. Get traveling.
Deke.
Give me the rifle. I'll cover for you.
You cost us the general. We got you this far, you're going all the way.
Man, kick in that other canoe.
Funniest bandage I ever seen.
Some bandage.
Something else Redcoat's done wrong?
Something he did right. These are just as good as having the general.
Now, if this is true...
What, Major?
Hunk, how would you like to make a trip up to Quebec?
Oh, I'd like that fine. Provided there was a little excitement of some kind.
I think I can promise you that.
What do them papers say, Major?
Among other things, they say that Captain Stoddard has been captured by the French. They think he's found a way to climb the heights of Abraham. General Wolfe's army is massed at the mouth of the St. Lawrence River. He'll have a way to get through and attack the French garrison at Quebec.
And all we gotta do is get to Quebec and locate this Captain Stoddard and find out how he climbed them Galdern cliffs. That ain't gonna be so easy.
No. No, it won't. I imagine the French are keeping a pretty close watch on him. They'll also want to know his little secret.
Oh, when do we leave?
Tonight.
What about him?
Yes, what about me, Major?
You're in no condition for the trip, Colonel. There should be a ranger patrol by Point Haven later on tonight. You'll return to Crown Point with them.
And the papers?
Now you can deliver them to General Amherst personally.
And how shall I say they came in our possession, Major?
Well, that'll be up to you.
Oh. Well, then I shall say that I employed ranger tactics, Major.
Is that 1 hour, and Major?
Looks like a ranger canoe.
Well, let's just make sure. Hey, that sounds like Harvard. What kept you, Harvard?
Hi, Hunk. Major?
Harvard.
Colonel? Oh,
Ranger tactics.
yeah, obviously.
How'd it go at the stockade?
Well, our prisoner stopped a stray bullet. We didn't come back empty-handed. You're coming with Hunk and me.
Good. Where to?
Quebec.
Quebec.
What's the matter, son? Don't you hear good?
We ran into a lot of French patrols north of here. I'm kind of tough getting through.
Well, we'll have to risk it. If our mission is successful, this war might be over a lot sooner.
That big, huh?
That big. Colonel, you report our mission to General Amherst. You'll go with the colonel.
Am I to be in command of these?
You'll be in command. Harvard, Hunk.
All right, men. Attention! Shoulder, arms. I said shoulder, arms.
Swim for it.
Arrêtez! Surrender, mes amis!
Surrender.
Prisoners! Halt! Aye, turn! Captain Martin, these men were quartered with the Ranger Nathan Smith, who attempted to escape last night.
What are your names?
Private Benjamin Smith, Rogers Rangers.
Private Zachary Smith, Rogers Rangers.
3 Rangers in this stockade, all named Smith. Very amusing. Does your friend still think it is an easy matter to escape from this prison camp?
No, sir.
You knew Nathan Smith was going to attempt to escape last night. Why didn't you report it?
We didn't know about it.
Of course not. Sergeant Rigo, you will reduce their rations 1/2 for the next 10 days.
But we're not getting enough to eat now.
Captain Nathan didn't know what he was doing when he went over the wall. He got sunstroke yesterday working on the road. Last night he had a fever, started talking to himself. He needs a doctor. That dog tore him up pretty bad.
Lieutenant Paquette, you are back early from your patrol?
With 3 more American Rangers, mon capitaine. We trapped them in La Barbure Creek.
Bring them in. You two will remain.
Halt.
You seem to know these men.
Yes, sir.
Then what are their names?
Benjamin Smith and Zachary Smith, sir.
And I suppose your name is also Smith.
Private Robert Smith.
Private Henry Smith, sir.
Smith, sir. Private Langdon Smith.
Welcome to my little family, mes amis. Sometimes our nets along the lake catch bigger fish than we anticipate. Ask Mademoiselle Bonnet to step in here. Mademoiselle arrived from Albany this morning. She spent the day with us. I think you will find her a most charming and attractive woman. A woman who knows nearly every important officer under the British command, redcoat or ranger.
She sounds like she gets around.
If any of you gentlemen have lied about your names, it would go better with you if you admitted it now, before Mademoiselle singles you out. No? Ah, Mademoiselle, come in. I would like to ask of you a favor. Have you ever seen any of these gentlemen before?
I have seen none of these gentlemen before. But then the British Army is growing so fast, it's hard to keep up.
Thank you, mademoiselle.
Not at all, Monsieur Martin.
I shall want to leave in a few days. I have a long journey.
Can you arrange for a guide to take me to St. John?
It will be taken care of.
Thank you.
Get them out of here.
Prisoners, halt! I am Sergeant Rigaud. When I give an order, you jump. You will be quartered in hut number 3. Dismiss!
How's it going, Nathan?
Still here, Ben.
He went over the wall last night. One of them dogs brought him down.
Yeah, I saw one of them as we came in. Isn't there a doctor in this camp?
No.
Major Rogers.
Nathan, take a closer look. It's Robert Smith.
Sure. When'd you get here, Smith?
A few minutes ago. Nathan, you know what'll happen if they find out who I am.
Don't worry, Smith. I won't slip again.
Watch it, Quill.
I'm Corporal Quill, 3rd New Hampshire Militia.
Captain Martin has put me in charge of the prisoners. If you have any complaints, you don't bother him nor Sergeant Rigo. You come to me.
This man needs a doctor.
We don't have any. He'll have to get better by himself. Say, I've seen you someplace before.
Maybe. I've been around some.
Yeah, I've seen you. And your name sure ain't Smith. You from Pennacook? Albany or Portsmouth, maybe?
Schenectady. Worked in a lumber mill there.
I've never been to Schenectady, but I've seen you somewheres. You know, I'm short on names, but long on faces. I'll place you yet.
There's no doctor here for Nathan. Get his permission to draw fresh water from the river morning and night. It might take the fever from his wounds.
Tell the captain that dead man ain't gonna get much road cutting done.
Got any money?
I got a pound, Head.
Let's see it. Here, let me look. All right. I'll talk to the captain.
Just get me fixed up so I can get my hands on that slimy.
Take it easy, Nathan.
When he got his first touch of sun working the road yesterday, Quill said he was lying. Kept him working till he dropped.
Ben. Our hut. It ought to be about there.
That's right. Just the other side of the wall.
When we're working on the road, they got plenty of guards. They got them big dogs, too. There just ain't no chance to make a break for it.
And if you try to get over that stockade wall, those dogs will pull you down just like they did Nathan.
I'm not thinking of going over the wall. I'm thinking of going under it.
You mean dig a tunnel?
And down to the river. That way we bypass the guards and the dogs.
Yeah, but what do we do with the dirt that we bring out?
Well, the tunnel won't be any larger than it takes for a man to crawl through. We'll fill our mattresses with dirt. And after that, we'll have to take the dirt out and drop it while we're working. We'll have to run the risk of being caught.
We'll need something to dig with.
Yeah, the French won't even allow us a knife, fork, or spoon to eat with.
Yeah, but they give you tools for working on the road.
Yes, they do.
Yes, but they're turned in and counted when we leave.
What kind of tools?
Shovels, pitchforks, axes.
Pitchforks?
Troy. Here. Pringle. Here. Smith Benjamin. Here. Smith Zachary. Here. Smith Robert.
Here.
Smith Henry. Here. Smith Langdon.
Here.
All present, sir, except Nathan Smith, still reporting sick.
Mes amis, this is a work camp, though some of you may not yet realize it. You are here to complete a wagon road from River Richelieu to Fort Saint Jean in 1 month's time. The work must go faster. Next week, we will have an important visitor. Colonel Peter Borg of General Montcalm's staff is coming to inspect the work you have done. Since Colonel Borg was once a fellow countryman of yours, I am sure you will want to make a good impression on him. The punishment for any prisoner idling or otherwise sabotaging the progress of the road will be 30 lashes.
We leave for the forest in 15 minutes. Get Smith!
Hate like sin to sweat for a dirty turncoat, but I reckon we can manage to survive.
If Borg sees me, it's a firing squad. He knows me.
Slow work. I'll spell you for a while. Give you back a rest, I'll take over.
Looks like it's deep enough for you to start angling out to the river now, Hug.
That's for me. Cover up. Cover up.
All right, on your feet, men.
I have received a dispatch from Fort St. Jean, which may be of interest to you. Our intelligence reports that Major Rogers is listed as missing at Crown Point. All prisoner of war camps are being alerted that Major Rogers may be among their Ranger prisoners. An interesting situation, mes amis. Because if one of you happens to be Major Rogers, I will let the remaining 5 of you go free. Think of it, no more work on the road. Instead, food, a canoe, and you would soon be home with your families. I've been told your leg is very bad. You could lose it. You could lose your life. There is a doctor at Fort St. Jean. I could have him here by tomorrow afternoon.
You can leave that doctor where he's at, Captain. Major Rogers ain't here. And if I did know where he was, rather than tell you, I'd sooner die.
I think perhaps you will.
Look, Major.
There goes our canoe. All of our supplies. Transporting a lovely spy to the French camp at St. John.
Much air down there.
It's about 37 feet.
Only 13 more to go.
My turn.
Quill's coming.
Now listen. The captain wants every man on the road tomorrow. Including him.
Nathan can't work. Quill, his leg's badly infected. It'll get to be gangrene unless I can lance it and let the poison out. I need a knife.
Let's look at it.
No! No, stop him, Major! Major, stop him!
Let go of him.
There's only one major in the Rangers. You're Rogers.
Punk!
You've got to kill him. You tell the captain.
No. Tie him up and gag him. When we go, we'll leave him in the tunnel. He can try to explain what he was doing there. Ben, watch the door. Now we'll let that poison out of your leg, Nathan. So that'll hold Corporal Quill until tonight. Now, every hour I want you to reach down and raise the end of one of the planks so as to give him air. You think you're strong enough for that?
I'll manage.
Nathan, I know how you feel about Quill. But this is an order.
I'll do like you say, sir.
It's hot! Corporal Quill was here last night.
He was, sir. He said you sent him to check on Nathan Smith. He only stayed a few minutes.
He's not here, Capitan.
Is Corporal Quill missing, sir?
He is. But we will find him.
I hope you do, Captain. Be a downright shame to lose a fine man like that.
We've got to get out tonight.
Zach ought to be breaking through any minute now. If he don't run into rock.
What about Quill's body?
We leave him for the captain. 2 little tugs on this line and away we go. Come on, baby, start jumping.
Now, Ben, as soon as we get the signal, you'll go first. Now, Nathan, you'll grab his ankles and he'll help pull you through. Get Nathan across the river. Right.
Major.
Into the tunnel, both of you. Get in there, that's an order.
It's Rogers.
We'll wait for the Major. Take cover.
Where's Nathan?
Halfway across the river by now.
Then hit the water. You're next, Hunk.
Well, Ben and Zach should have got Nathan through those patrols by now.
Yeah, on his way to a doctor.
Hey, what have you been shaving with this? A grizzly bear?
Yeah. What's the plan now, Major?
Well, we'll try to confiscate ourselves a canoe. From the French, if necessary.
Why don't we get our own canoe back, Major?
What do you mean, Hunk?
Well, that lady spy and her loop guide probably took off across the lake. We head through them hills, we can cut them off at Willow Creek before they ever get to St. John.
We might at that. We'll have to move fast.
Looks like we got a little walk ahead of us.
Oh, about 40 miles. Soon be sunrise. Should have been through here by now.
I would just have to wait it out.
Sure hope they have some food with them.
Look. Here she comes.
I'll take care of the guide. Grab the girl.
I think I swallowed a crawdad.
Hello again. Mr. Smith, wasn't it? Or is it Major Rogers?
I thought you recognized me. Why didn't you tell Captain Martin who I was?
Maybe because we're on the same side, Major.
Or maybe because you're on both sides.
What were you doing at the prisoner of war camp, Miss Bonet?
Trying to arrange for transportation to Quebec. Monsieur Martin wasn't of great help. He suggested that I try Fort St. John.
Quebec? Why do you want to go to Quebec?
Perhaps for the same reason you do, Major. May I go with you?
How'd you know we was going to Quebec?
I knew of your raid at Bear Creek And your acquisition of certain papers?
You seem to know quite a lot. Any reason why we should trust you?
Maybe because I saved your life, Major, by not telling Monsieur Martin who you were.
Well, we better be on our way. I'm not sure how long Stoddard can hold out under the torture he's probably going through.
Arrêtez! Captain Stoddard. Wake him up. Stoddard. I regret the lashing, Captain, but you have not told us how you and your companion came to be captured on the plains of Abraham behind Quebec. I want to know how you got there.
I've already told General Montcalm we came through the city. He believed me.
But I don't. You'd never have gotten that far if you came that way. I think you found a place to climb the heights of Abraham.
It's impossible.
With General Wolfe camped on the St. Lawrence, I'm not ready to believe you yet, Captain. If there is a way up a cliff we think impregnable, an army might climb it. We shall have to loosen your tongue, Captain.
We'll camp here tonight. Hide the canoe. It'll be Shank's mare from here to the St. Lawrence River. From tomorrow on, we'll be dodging French patrols. Don't ever do that again.
I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep either. Major, quite often during the past week you have been watching me as if you were worried about something. What is it?
I'm not worried. Curious. When we leave you off at Quebec, where will you go?
I have a small house on Rue Pontif. I also have some friends there.
The French have never suspected you work for the British.
The French believe me to be one of their most reliable agents.
Are you?
Yes, with the blessings of British Army headquarters. I was born in Paris. My mother was French. My father a military attaché at the British Embassy.
What about the high risk?
I was paid £5,000 to try to find out where the French are hiding Captain Stoddard and to try to contact him. Does that answer your question?
It's a lot of money, Audrey. I hope you live to enjoy it.
I intend to, Major.
They're going to patrol this side of the St. Lawrence.
That's thoughtful of the French. We'll steal their boat and hide it. Tonight, we'll take you across to Sillery Point. You'll only be 3 miles from Quebec.
That won't be necessary, Major. Lieutenant Delise leads the patrol. He's a friend of mine. He'll take me across the river.
Do you think he'll believe you came all the way from Albany alone?
I can handle Lieutenant Delise.
All right. Good luck.
Mademoiselle Bonnet.
Lieutenant Delise.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. But where did you come from?
From Albany, Lieutenant.
From Albany? By yourself?
Hardly. I came with 2 courriers du roi. We parted close by at Bellechasse. I'm so happy I met you, Lieutenant, because it's very important that I reach Quebec as quickly as possible.
Certainement, mademoiselle. I'll escort you to headquarters at once.
You may report my return to headquarters. I shall go home and make myself presentable. After all, I'm still a woman.
Et très charmante, mademoiselle. Sergeant, proceed with the patrol. I will catch on with you later.
Knows her real well, don't you?
She seems to know a lot of people. I think we'll stay around for a while.
You gonna wait for him to come back?
Yeah. The lieutenant's uniform's just about my size.
So's his boat.
Mademoiselle, come in, come in.
Bonjour, Marie.
Madame, madame.
Audrey, Audrey, oh, ma chérie. I've been so worried about you.
You shouldn't have been, Mama. I was quite safe.
Safe? No one is safe as the British. They are brutes, treacherous barbarians.
No, Mama, some of them are very nice. Marie, a hot bar. I want to soak in it for an hour.
And we have some French perfume. I will lead the water right away, mademoiselle.
Ah, bonsoir, Monsieur le Colonel. How nice of you to call.
One of my few pleasures, Madame Bonnet. A small token of my esteem.
Oh, so many small tokens. Merci. You know, I was telling Audrey only an hour ago how very kind and thoughtful you have been. Marie, advise Mademoiselle that Colonel Giraud is here.
Oui, madame.
Hurry, hurry, Colonel Giraud must not be kept waiting. You will join me.
With pleasure. I would like to be alone with her, military business.
Naturally, monsieur.
À votre santé, madame.
À la vôtre.
Colonel Giraud?
Mademoiselle.
I'm sure you two have a great deal to discuss with each other. Excuse me. Merci.
I was told of your return. What have you to report?
My information is for General le Marquis de Montcalm, monsieur.
I must remind you that as Chief of French Espionage, your information must be given to me.
In the past, when I delivered valuable information to General Montcalm personally, I received a generous bonus. Yet when I gave such information to you, I received no bonus.
Mademoiselle, are you suggesting...
I suggest nothing. I merely state facts.
You will present yourself tonight at the home of General Montcalm at 8:30. I shall be there also.
Lieutenant Philippe Renaud, mademoiselle.
Philippe, mon cher. Colonel Giraud, may I present my good friend, Lieutenant Philippe Renaud. Philippe escaped from Fort Pitt. On his way to Quebec, we met on the trail. I helped him through the British lines.
My congratulations on your escape from the British, Lieutenant, and on your new friendship. It appears to be a close one.
Merci, mon colonel.
You must bring the lieutenant with you tonight, mademoiselle. Both Monsieur le Marquis and I will be interested to hear the details of his escape. Until then...
Who is Colonel Giraud?
Chief of French espionage.
I guess I should thank you.
You should.
This Monsieur le Marquis, where is he tonight? Would this be General Montcalm?
Yes. And there will be some staff officers there. Some of them may recognize Major Rogers in spite of the uniform. Where did you get it?
Your lieutenant friend came back.
Why did you come here, Major?
I was worried about you. I thought you might need a little help.
You don't trust me, do you?
Haven't the British helped me enough? Must you bring one of them into our home? Oh, Cherie, how could you do that to your mother?
I thought you said your father was British.
He was, but he left my mother. There was another woman. She's hated the British ever since.
Hate us enough to turn me in?
Enough. But she won't, because she couldn't do so without involving me. You have made yourself quite a problem to me, Major. But if I don't bring you with me tonight, Colonel Giraud might get suspicious, and I can't afford that. Be careful, Major. One slip and we'll face the firing squad.
If anything happens, Marion and Town have the boat hidden at Sillery Point. We'll try to get there.
Mademoiselle Bonnet, Lieutenant, General Montcalm is in his study. He will join us shortly. If Mademoiselle Bonnet can spare you, there are some gentlemen who would very much like to hear about your escape from Fort Pitt.
Of course.
Madame.
I'm Madame Bonnet. I have urgent business with Colonel Giraud.
I will take you to him.
And how did the British treat you, monsieur?
You know the British.
Monsieur le Marquis!
Sillery Point. General Montcalm, I bring you a present from Fort Crown Point that you long have wanted. Major Robert Rogers.
Arrest him! Let him go! After him!
Gardez ici!
Rogers came to your house while I was there. Why did you hide his identity? Perhaps you like the British gold better than ours.
Your explanation, mademoiselle?
General, in the past, when I brought valuable information to you directly, I received a bonus. Yet, when I gave such information to Colonel Giraud, I received more bonus. There is a standing reward of 1,000 gold louis for the capture of Major Rogers.
Mademoiselle Bonnet is well paid, General. The matter of additional rewards should be left to my discretion.
And the British hire you to get Major Rogers into Quebec?
For 500 pounds. I was also to get him out again after he had accomplished his mission.
And his mission here?
Major Rogers volunteered no information.
She is lying, General. The British must have had sufficient confidence to give her some inkling.
They gave me... Major!
Harvard, watch the back trail. She may have a squad following her.
Do you think I would do such a thing to you? I tried to warn you, but there was only a moment. I saw my mother whispering to Colonel Giraud. She had been drinking. She didn't realize what she was doing. I knew if I didn't tell Montcalm before he did, we'd both be shot.
It was mighty thoughtful of you. Mighty thoughtful.
At least it left me free to help you.
Do you know where they're keeping Stoddard?
In the death cell in the fort, north of the Heights of Abraham. It's impossible to get to him. Besides, the French are positive that Captain Stoddard never climbed those heights.
Will you take me there?
Major, you crazy? Don't trust her.
Will you?
Why, yes. It's only a few miles further down the riverbank.
Audrey, how were you to identify yourself to Captain Stoddard if you reached him? Were there any words you were to use?
Something only a friend would know. The name of his children. Peter and Kate.
Peter and Kate.
That's his cell, Major.
Watch out.
Harvard, Hunk, watch the back trail. Stay here.
This way, Major.
Don't move.
Let's get out of here.
I climbed from Foulon Cove. He did climb the heights of Abraham.
We better go see General Wolf.
Are you coming with us? You can't stay here now.
Yes, I can, Major. The patrol that saw me with you a few moments ago are dead. If I left Quebec now, Colonel Giroux would suspect me of helping you. And I could never come back again.
Why would you want to come back?
My mother is still here, Major.
Well, perhaps I'll be in Quebec again. After the war.
Then we shall meet again.
I think we will. Goodbye, Audrey.
Au revoir, Major.
And good luck.
Bon voyage.